everybody, welcome to another episode of Supersonic Darren, and today we're going to be watching First Thing versus Last Thing on Earth by Small Data. Basically, this is from the first and then last things. This is an educational video, so if you're not one of those educational guys that really don't want to learn and just watch gaming content, I don't blame you, but at least try watching this, or try watching some educational content. Alright, enough yapping. Let's get started. Also, I will be reading these. 3.5 billion years ago, first life. Early microbial life. 3.5 billion years ago. And the last life, we don't really know when that's going to happen, but it's most likely going to be the tardigrade, which is basically the first jawless fish 520 million years ago. The last extinct fish was the smooth handfish 2020. Wentworth, you end up right. First land animal, the early millipede in the Silurian era. Basically, the Silurian era was the era of where amphibians first came, 428 million years ago. The last land animal extinct was the northern white rhino, and now it's extinct, sadly. 2018. Fun fact, so basically, it's not actually extinct. It's more of, technically extinct. There's still the granddaughter and the grandma still left of this, so it's not really actually extinct. Archaeopteryx, 150 million years ago. Last bird extinct, the Spix macaw, wild extinct, 2000. Now, if you guys somehow don't really know a lot about dinosaurs evolved into birds. The first mammal was the Morconocodon that lived 205 million years ago. It was the first mammal, and it appeared in the Triassic. Last mammal extinct was the Brainbull K. Melames in 2016. Looks like a literal rat. First reptile, Hylonomus, that lived 350 million years ago, and this guy, I think, lived around in the Permian, around the Carnivorous. I don't know. Probably the Carnivorous, or the Permian. And then the last reptile was the Jamaican giant gollywasp. Then was Ichthyostega, was the first amphibian 360 million years ago, and it came in the Silurian period. Raps, fringe, limed tree frog became extinct in 2016. Or 125 million years ago, the first flowering plant, R.K. fructus, came 125 million years ago. Last extinct was the child sandalwood in 2020. The first tree was the Watieza tree, which existed 385 million years ago. Oh, by the way, fun fact, before trees, they were just giant sticks of mushrooms that just came out of the ground. I think this is true, and this happened right before trees happened, or right before trees blossomed. And then the last tree was the St. Helena olive in 2003. That became extinct due to deforestation. But the first insect was the Rhyniognatha 400 million years ago, and the last insect extinct was the Suris blue button. First city was the Uruk in 4000 BC, and the last city was Pripyat or Chernobyl in 1986. In 1479 came the Battle of Megiddo, the first war, and that was in 1479, and the last war was World War II in 1945, not counting the Cold War or the one against Russia and Ukraine. By the way, this was up. Okay, yeah. Not first coin currency of what we know was the first Mesopotamian silver coins that lived 3,000 BC ago. That lived in 3,000 BC, about I think 5,000 years before us. 5,000 years ago. Last currency was the Venezuelan Bolivar or Bolivar in 2021. Old. Then what? Oh my God. Then was the first kingdom, the kingdom of Egypt in 3,100 BC, and then the last extinct kingdom was the kingdom of Hawaii, and it ended in 1893 due to the Americans. Lastly, the first empire, was the Akkadian Empire in 2,334. I think in BC. I think it invaded the Middle East. I don't know. And the last extinct empire is Soviet Union. Was the Soviet Union in 1991. Okay, disclaimer, I don't think I pronounced all of these correctly, and I don't know if this is entirely true, but yeah, by the way, so all credit to Small Data. Thank you very much for Small Data. Check out his channel. He's got a bunch of stuff. First thing versus last thing, evolution of money. He's got a lot of things, and I'm actually subscribed to him since he's educational. So go check him out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. And by the way, it's Supersonic Darren out.